Hey guys, it's Larry from JCPC Gaming, and today we're going to start part 2. I'm going to start off by actually looking for the astronaut. Okay, we're going to make our way toward the tracks right now. Here at the rail car, you do want to turn left and head straight. What you're going to be doing is looking for a column with 4 lights on it that will be, well, white at the time. It is a random key press combination. So what I do in this video you can't actually do in my previous playthrough. I actually had a completely different combination. Okay, you want to chase the astronaut and go in the direction in which he was running, and you want to keep going that way. You want to run. This is a timed event. You can fail it. The only reason why I'm actually almost keeping up pace where he's going is because I actually completed this one time prior, just so I had practice before I did this for you guys. And this is the only time in the game I actually heard this music, and I thought it was epically cool. There we go. The music almost reminds me of when you descend in BioShock. This was actually one of my favorite little things they put into the game. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. Okay, at this point what I'm going to do is look out the window. They actually give you a little bit of time to enjoy the environment. Behind you will be a little case that's going to open up that'll have a note. Well, actually the short story from Ethan that'll snap you back into reality. I'll open that up here in just a second. If you want to read that, you can pause now and actually read the full thing. As I said, I'm not going to read those out loud.
Get out of my room, Travis!
Stories, stories. Always with the stories.
Get out!
I read the Fangs one. I liked the Beast. At least he gets to leave this goddamn place.
There you'll find the note again, and also you'll find the item of inspiration. Okay, time to make our way toward the bridge. And right now, while I'm walking, actually, there is a little bit of a bug for my video card in particular. It actually causes my screen to lag terribly, even though my video card is more than capable and I'm using hardware capturing, not software, to a different computer. It's just that you'll see the micro stutters happen. I was trying to give it more time to load the texture pack, but there's only so much you can do.
No trains have been through here for a long time. That was part of a pattern. Large pieces of this country were thrown away, doomed to become, and then remain, the worst versions of themselves. Beneath all that rot, dark things grow.
As you can see, there's the micro stutter right there. On an interesting note, this is actually the second time I had to record this scene, just due to the fact that I thought Windows was doing an update, and it turned out just to be the texture packs were loading incredibly slow. I ended up trying to troubleshoot the issue, even changing out to a higher end video card that I had off in another machine. So during this section, I was actually running two R9 290X cards in Crossfire. It didn't alleviate the stuttering at all. And as you know, those cards have 4 GB of RAM on them. So I ended up going back down to 1 card and just leaving one R9 290X in the system. Whoever the music director was for this game, which I will look up and actually bring mention of in the next playthrough, did such an excellent job on the soundtrack. It's hard to believe that this game didn't win any awards for the soundtrack. Okay, we're coming up to the house right here. You do want to go in here. What I'm going to do is check to make sure there's no back entrance. Then we're going to go in and read a little letter. You may want to pause the screen to read this letter. What I'm doing right now is just double checking the house, searching it for make sure there's nothing else hidden in here prior to actually doing the mission. When you start by reading the letter, it'll actually cause little gateways to appear. What I'm trying to do is memorize the layout of the house, but it does you no good to do that because it's actually a false layout of the house, even though it does make sense just due to the way the house is rendered and built. A little trick here is actually to go over to the other house, the large one, and memorize it. Once you memorize that layout, it actually makes going through this house a lot quicker because it's actually the exact same house. Okay, I didn't actually read the letter there. I had it up on screen long enough for you to actually go through and read it. What I'm doing is actually getting my bearings, because I do know what I have to do to start this, and it is a bit of a pain. The main goal of this is actually to go to each room and align it to what you believe the room should be. By looking at the previous house, you can actually get a great understanding of what the layout should be. Right now I'm looking at this door just to show you the portal. You cannot click on the first door. It is constantly right. You'll know when you enter a room wrong because you'll get a red flash across your screen. If you do it correctly, it will be just like that, a blue and white flash. Okay, you can see how I'm changing the room. Right there, I know that in Ethan's house, I believe it's the one, yes, it's the one with the staircase at the end of the hallway, the one you're wanting to pick for that. It will always be the same, it's not randomized. Okay, I believe that room is actually correct from the get-go, and it will stay that way. When you enter it, just to verify that it's right, you will see the blue and white flash. If you got it wrong, it will be red. You can only fill this puzzle 5 times before you have to go back and read the letter. When you read the letter once again, it'll start the puzzle over again, giving you a chance to complete it again. You can do this unlimited times. And right there, you notice how long it took me to go in because I was hesitating. I actually did have my notes, and I was kind of afraid to go in there. Okay, here goes nothing. Well, I thought. Come on, go through the door. That's the correct one you're looking at. And you can feel free to make notes of which ones I chose and where they were located. Or you can actually put the video up beside yours and play through this way. Doing that with the game in the way I did it is guaranteed to give you 100% completion. As you can see right there, we got 100% for that one. That was a blue flash. So we're going to continue on through the next doors and aligning them up. You'll try to remember key items in each corner of the room. As I said, this is the exact same as Ethan's home, which is the large one that was in front of us. Instead of going to the one on the left, you go to that one first, and it'll tell you the exact layout. And that one, I remember the cobweb up in the top corner. And I will say this right now, you may notice that I didn't do the train track achievement yet. I did that. I'm saving that for at the end, where I'm going to get the last 2 achievements that you'll be missing, which will only take you about 13 minutes to get. If you notice in that one, what I did, I made sure I chose the coffee table with the 2 windows. That way it was easier to go through. Now we're going to continue up to the upstairs section and actually start doing this. I'm reading my notes right now, just so I can get a bearing and make sure I do this correctly for this video to save a little bit of time. Trust me reading my notes saves a lot of time instead of guessing. This is a very difficult puzzle if you do not write it down or have a great memory. As you can see, that one was right by default. We know with the layout that can't possibly be right. What I'm doing is double checking to make sure that I hadn't gone through 2 rooms instead of just 1. Because you got to remember, those are going to be in an L shape. So you do have to go through 2 rooms instead of just 1. It would make no sense. And what I remembered about that one, I could see the window that was partly boarded up on the outside. So I knew if I went through that way, it would be correct. Now, when we go straight, it should actually be the stairwell. That would just be common sense for the layout of the house. Now you can see how that actually makes a complete circle, and it goes with the continuity of the layout originally saw. Okay, that is the correct one. There is a long hallway. that you will go down, and it will have a few other rooms in there that you'll need to actually activate as well. They're fairly easy to get because they do make common sense, and you'll also see the same pattern as we go upstairs after we finish these rooms down here. Okay, that one was correct. It is the 2 boarded up windows. And this one actually, I believe it's the one we're looking currently at. Just due to the chairs in the corner, I may be wrong. This is off my memory. See, we know that room was downstairs, and I was looking for something else. And there I'm looking at the chairs. That matches my notes, and I did go in. It's always important to confirm your notes, especially when you're doing a recording like this. No one wants to see me go in the wrong area. Well, there's going to always be that one joker in the background going, mess up, you know you're going to mess up. To them I say, that's why I play it twice, just so I can record it good once. Which isn't always the case if you look at the trap video. Ye God, what was I doing? You notice that made sense. We went into an attic. We were at an attic. A lot of this layout is common sense for the game. Now, here's the part of the secret which I'm going to shut up for. When you go through that door, it's actually going to take you to a secret if you got the puzzle right. This is what was hidden. And of course, I'm not going to read this story, and I won't leave it up that long. But if you want to read it, pause the video and please take your time to read. They're all very interesting, actually. And as long as I'm holding those pages, I really need to break myself of that. I know y'all want to keep the videos going faster than that. And honestly, at the time, I didn't believe I was holding it that long.
Why are you standing there? You spying?
No.
No, huh? What the hell's wrong with you exactly?
Nothing.
You need to stop leaving your stupid stories around. They're freaking everyone out.
Chad, what a loving character. You have to feel sorry for poor Ethan. You know he's been going through a mess. There's actually another little note on the ground. I don't know if I'm going to actually see it right this second. There we go. And this is actually just about a moonshine place that burned up. And look where we're at. We're at a moonshine still. Coincidence? I think not. If you want to read it, you know what to do. This one I'm only going to hold on to for about, looks like 15 seconds. And that's going to be the previous note that we saw in there. From this point, I'm going to turn around after looking for anything else, and we can open the door and leave. And that is actually everything in this house that you can get. From this point, you can leave and go to the next house, which will actually have some audio bits for you. And really not too much to say. By the way, I am circling around to the lift that's back here, just to let you see it, because later on, you will actually want to use that to get the last achievement. Well, last two. Okay, now we're going to make our way to the next house. What I was looking for was, honestly, just an easier way to get up there, and I was getting stuck on rocks.
You need to talk to your son. He was poking around in the old Vandergriff house again. Said he found some secret room.
Yeah, really? Okay, I will go talk to him.
I was digging back here to see if there was anything hidden back here. There's not. It was a waste of my time.
What did you do? What did you wake up?
Nothing. I found a room, I walked into it, that's it.
You can feel it, right? Something coming from the Vandergriff house.
Pop, they're getting worse. They keep talking about this thing, this sleeper.
I know. What I don't know is if it's real or not. Travis, leave the boy alone. I see how you've been looking at him.
You don't even know, do you? You have no idea what's going on. You have to help us. It's the only way.
You're crazy. You've all gone crazy.
It's not my fault. I didn't mean for any of this to happen.
Ethan's family blamed him. Whatever it was he'd accidentally let loose, his family was convinced that hurting him would solve their problems, would soothe their disturbed minds. Whatever haunted the Carters was still here somewhere, in the wind.
Okay guys, thank you for playing this video, and please like, favorite, and subscribe.